let's have a nuanced conversation about forgiveness. Okay, so there are many things in this world that will bring you healing. But one thing that definitely won't is lazy thinking. Okay, lazy thinking is very black and white thinking. It assumes that something is always the right answer and one size fits all. Okay, and so while forgiveness is generally a good thing, we've all heard it in religious and non-religious places, forgiveness is generally a good thing. It generally helps with your healing, etc., etc., etc. However, there are instances where forgiveness can be a bad thing. Yep, I said it. I broke the sacred code. What are we going to do? The reason we have to address this is because in our culture there is something called forgiveness shaming. I mean our general culture in the world. Now, I am a former Christian and I also happen to be a South African of a certain age. A certain age means I was a child when we went through a massive political change which involved a huge level of forgiveness and genuinely changed our country for the most part for the better. Again, it's much more nuanced than that. But if you were to ask me now, if you were to ask me as a kid, even going through it at 8 years old, I would have told you the forgiveness was a good thing. Because forgiveness generally is. But too much of a good thing is bad. And there are people who will use your forgiveness as a license to do worse. Now, again, I am no longer Christian because a certain person, ex-husband, completely, not him alone, but a whole system and him in the church wrecked my faith. And we can talk about that later. I hope I don't lose too many followers over that. But yeah, I'm going to have to talk about the nuances of that. But I can feel you judging me. Stop it. You don't know the story. Okay? Wait until you've heard it. But the thing is, there were these words that they use in Christian doctrine, words like confess and repent, which sound very loaded and religious. But if you think about the psychological thing of what these words were trying to say, confess really just means with your mouth acknowledge. Hey, buddy, I hurt you. Just say it like that. You acknowledge and you say you're sorry. Repent means, hey, by the way, buddy, I'm sorry and I'm going to do better. That's the gist of what those two things mean, okay? So even Christianity had a good idea there. However, people like my ex-husband use the cross or forgiveness as a license to do worse. It's like when you go, hey, you've hurt me really deeply, they'll go, you can't change what Jesus has done for me. And they just continue to have the same bad behavior. You go to the church for help and the church goes, why can't you be the bigger person? Okay, looks like I'm going to have to make video 2 about this because I'm on a roll like a vorsorliki.